Welcome to the Daily HiFi podcast. Hope everybody had a great weekend. My name is Chana. With me, as always, we've got Joe and Mike. What is up, fellas?
What's happening?
What's up?
What's
I
going
think
on,
I have a prediction for today's episode. We are going to get a lot of hand gestures from Joseph. I think that's gonna be.
That sounds rude. What kind of hand gestures are we talking about?
Peace signs.
Yeah.
Signs. He's gonna be talking a lot with his hands today. He's gonna be like,
no flying animals, man.
He's like, well, out of 10 things, there's 5 things that I want you to know about this receiver.
Oh gosh.
All of a sudden it'll become a lefty or what?
Yeah, right. What's going on, guys? How's the weekend?
Where's yours? I know you got a little something.
Mine's upstairs. Upstairs. Yeah.
All right.
I have another one in the drawer here. It's just not ticking.
I just keep it simple, man.
You keep
PG
it
or R-rated hand size.
I keep it simple.
Keeping it simple.
Yeah, man.
So if I'm gonna be doing hand signs, and Michael's gonna be getting all chesty today.
Yeah.
Yes,
is that right?
Yes, exactly.
You'd be all, what's on your chest right there? What's
me. I've got nothing to promote. Surprise.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
How's
man.
everybody's week, man?
Busy. I don't know.
I feel that.
Always busy. Is there a week where we're just like not doing anything? I guess. It could be. I mean,
if we're not hustling, man, we ain't working.
I don't think there's gonna be a week off ever. I don't think.
I don't know that I want a week off either.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's one of those things. You know what? We saw a movie the other day. What was it called? Oh yeah, Spider-Man. No, something about home.
Yeah. The new one.
No home left behind.
Yeah.
And something like that. It was actually really good. We watched it during the afternoon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was actually surprised. Like Homecoming, yeah, it was all right. The second one, I was like, whack-a-doo-doo.
Yeah.
I really this one. You liked it?
My copy's on its way, but I don't know when. I haven't checked what date it's supposed to arrive.
Disc, yeah.
I pre-ordered it a long time ago, probably right after I got back from the theater.
That's right. I do need to get one of those because I got the news that Petey just landed.
Oh, yeah.
What's new with the new Zapiti?
Dolby Vision support for both MKV files and BDMV folders. I didn't test it out. I checked with KL Media, so he's got a good video up on there, and I shot him a couple of DMs. I'm like, hey, I saw you had Dolby Vision working. What files were you using? Right? Because everybody's like, oh yeah, Dolby Vision this, Dolby Vision that. And I've tried ripping a whole bunch of the same movie over and over so many different ways that say Dolby Vision, but like none of them worked. So
no go.
So yeah, so hopefully this one should work. And then they have a new beta with like animated screens. Like, when you go and you have the movie details up and it has all the like yeah. So there's like animation going on in the background picture.
Does it look more? Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say it's gonna look more like kaleidoscopy.
I mean, I think that's clearly what they're going for. Like they're trying to be like, a budget kaleidoscope, even though they're pretty expensive.
I mean, that screen that Kaleidoscope has makes you just want to pick a movie, right?
Yeah, that picture
looks like, I should watch something right now. It just looks so cool.
You can set up the Zapiti to do that, and they have a new what is it called? New skin, new thin, new theme, new motion backgrounds. Yeah, so a lot of cool stuff going on there. And then the new design is nice. It's got that screen to the left. It almost kind of looks like the new Anthem AV receivers and pre-pros. It was like, instead of like the older one, you had the flap and then you had 2 drive bays side by side. Now the 2 drive bays are stacked so they can have that big side display. So that's kind of nice. And then sitting on top of my Revon X200, it's a match made in heaven. I got the physical media covered if I get a disc, and if I didn't have time to rip it, and I just use the Revon. And then when I have time to rip it, then it goes on to the Zapiti down here, which the Zapiti upstairs is accessing everything from from down here.
Gotcha.
So even if you don't, and I actually, if you guys were thinking about going Zapiti, I think the biggest downfall, I know, yeah, Joe's gonna say it's slow, dude. It's slow. So it's not as fast as my Plex on the old NVIDIA Shield.
Did I ever say that?
Yes, you said it plenty of times.
What's
like, dude, it's so slow.
I've never used it, so I wouldn't know.
The new players are supposed to be faster, though, right?
Oh, you mean like physical media? Physical media is slow.
No. Going through the menus and when the stuff loads up and stuff like that, like the pictures and the music and all that, loads up on the Zapiti. It's a little slow. It's a little slow. So that, and then the other thing is if you're using the drive bays, if you happen to have a drive that's loud, like in quiet scenes, you're gonna hear it going accessing the disk, right? That is annoying. That pisses me off, especially if you're paying that kind of money. So my solution is I have it down here, and so upstairs it's literally just reading what's down here. So if you have like a network attached storage device in a different room, then you don't have that issue. But it's kind of lame. Some people say you can find a good drive that isn't loud, but I mean, that just means it's slower spinning, and then that's transferring like 90 to 300 gigabytes at a time. Not really. I don't want it to take like a week. So yeah. Other than those things, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. I can't wait to. It's just those two things. Yeah. But yeah. I loaded like 500 movies onto that last night.
How long did that take?
Well, I didn't load it. It's just reading them from here, and it's making the collections and stuff like that. It took about, I don't know, 15 minutes, something like that. Yeah. And to like identify, it's still like missed a few things. It really freaks out. I haven't, because I have a separate folder for like demo discs, right? So I have the ISOs for all these demo discs, like DTS 2017 to 2021, I think. And anyway, it can't identify those things. So they're always just like, it's always weird. I have to like, download the pictures and then use the editor to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. But that's because those things weren't released and they don't have barcodes and all that kind of nonsense. So whatever. But yeah, cool stuff. And it was my wife's birthday yesterday. So
nice.
We had a really nice dinner. It was awesome.
Did you cook or did you take her out?
Oh, dude, I don't cook, man. I mean, I make the best toast this side of the Mississippi.
You cook more than I do, man.
Actually, I do have two dishes. I got a salmon dish, and then Chano's world famous salmon, and then pancakes. I am the pancake master.
I was about to say I got pancakes too, man.
Yeah, right.
Mine not doing a box. Or out of box. I'm serious, just add water.
What's up with your salmon though? What's so good about it? Because if you're gonna come down in this area, I'll order some salmon. You could.
We had some fresh ass salmon. Oh yeah, dude, in a
fly it in from like
foil pack thing. It's like lemon thyme.
Oh,
you
let me know the ingredients. I'll order them.
Lemon thyme, garlic, that kind of thing. So,
yeah. All right.
Yeah, fun weekend. Oh, and then the DJing was phenomenal. Oh my gosh. So last week I told you guys I figured out how to record properly, right? Friday's recording, absolute garbage, right?
Garbaggio.
Garbaggio. So it was like, for some reason, I didn't know which volume level I needed to set and leave,
right?
For the digital audio output to go through the USB. So I don't know if it's the main gains on each track, if it's the master volume, if it's this volume, because there's a bunch of volumes. So it turned out I was totally wrong, and the thing was like clipping the entire time except for like a few portions of it. I'm like, oh crap. So that's when I realized, okay, I need to put the computer, because I just have it underneath the table and there's like a tablecloth. So I have to like lift up a tablecloth, I look down to see if it's recording or whatever. So now I moved it over so I can just glance to my left and see if my levels are okay and see if it's still recording. Because I think it also has it stops recording at like an hour and a half. So I got to hit record again. So I did that for Saturday. Saturday's recording, phenomenal. Yeah. So
there's nothing worse than doing a recording and then finding out later that it sounds terrible.
Yeah.
How about driving 2.5 hours, doing a home theater tour, getting all the way home and realizing the whole half of the video is out of focus?
Sounds like you were using Using a Panasonic.
No,
camera.
man. I turned it on manual and set it, and then I must have zoomed in or something and totally forgot to put it back on auto. And
Oh
man, it was whack. As Chana would say, it was whack-a-doo-doo.
Whack-a-doo-doo.
Man, it was bad.
You know what? It's not whack-a-doo-doos. It's $5 super chat from
Yeah,
Power
yeah.
Guy Mark. Thank you so
What's
much.
up, buddy?
Okay, guys, help me put together a system for my friend for $2,000. Hopefully, an SVS sub is involved. I mean, dude, I had the SVS Satellite 5.1. It was $1,000 for 5.1. You get the SB 1000. They still got that going on. Oh, they'll probably have the Pro.
The AVR though.
No. Oh, 2,000, probably 2,000, including the AVR, right?
Get a 5.1 AVR.
You can get a cheap one for $300-$400 if you can find one.
Yeah.
You're looking at probably like Denon S series.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know, those actually work with
S760. Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, because they
not
just
as
run on the app.
advanced. No, you know, it's not as detailed like the stuff that you can do, but you can still do what you need to do with it.
Tell them to spend $50 on speakers, $100 on an AVR, and then $1,900 on Joe's Magic Bean settings.
Yeah, there you go. No, I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah,
but
just kidding.
2,000.
Are they dirty, man?
So SVS sub. What's the least expensive SVS sub? I think
SB 1000, right?
SB 1000. Is it Pro now? I don't know.
It's a Pro. Yeah, it's a Pro, and they made it a 12-inch because before the SB one, no, it was the PB 1000 was a 10-inch. But yeah,
PB 1000 Pro. I saw the other day actually that they had some of their older stuff back up.
Like really
back by popular demand, something. But yeah, so PB 1000 Pro is $799 already.
Yeah, $800.
You're talking about 2,000.
Oh yeah.
And now what's next?
Boom! Look at that, on sale for a limited time. Look. Back by demand, SB 1000. Oh, go back.
Yeah, see, maybe what was the price on that?
Let's see. Special offer $449.
Cool. Okay,
$50 off.
All right, SB 1000. Yeah, maybe something like that. I would say. Yeah.
Here, this is what they raised it. This is now $1,200. Oh, it's $1,500, dude. This was $999 when I reviewed it back in the day.
Okay,
Can you believe
so
the prices went up. Look at that. So it's $200 more. So $1,200 and you get a 5.1. Right.
Has any company not raised their prices?
This is very true, Mike. Very good point.
So it's the world we live in right now.
Yeah.
That, and then probably like the Denon S series.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Add 2 Dolby surround. Oh, look at that. Dolby Atmos height speakers. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's add a second. I'm over here shopping.
Yeah.
What's happening?
He's gonna hit buy now.
It only says one item in cart. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I would go with that. And then are we still on this tab? Let's go to Amazon.
What is it?
Denon AVR. Yeah.
S760H. Is that what we're looking at? Something like that?
Probably. What's this one? $349.
60H is $594. Damn. Yeah, 760H. You can get one with a cleaning cloth. It's $599.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive. The S540 BT is $349.
Okay.
So it's a 5.2, so no Atmos, which is fine. You're just doing a 5.1.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. So there you go. $1,500. A little bit more. So $1,600. Of course, you'll have to pay tax and all that nonsense. And of course, you'll need cables, right? Get some standard. What is it? What are they called? Oh, some of this stuff here.
Yeah, I think you could do it. That's a pretty nice system.
Yes, I got this Gear IT 14 gauge speaker wire. This is what I'm using for in here.
All right.
Yeah. I think I bought some of those one time. And is that the pure copper? Because I ended up.
This is the aluminum clad copper.
Yeah, that's
stranded copper clad aluminum.
Yeah, so that's not the Wouldn't you want all copper?
Yeah, you would. No, you would. I think this. I got this because it was cheap.
I did too. I was like, oh, this will be great. And I got it. And I was like, somebody said, that's not like straight up copper. And I went, that's not. And I looked down and was, oh, dang, I didn't see that. Oh, well. Still sounded good.
Look up the OSD cable. They're not my sponsor anymore or anything like that, but They did send me that cable a while back, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I think it was just pure copper.
Yeah.
And inexpensive, and it came in a box, and it was, yeah.
Yeah, I use it for the outdoor system.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah,
Same.
yeah, right.
One?
Yeah. Yeah, it's solid. I figure copper's copper, man. I usually get it from Monoprice. Super cheap. I get the
Monoprice has some pretty good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Nothing fancy, just a little white jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, here's the Monoprice one. Let's see.
Super affordable though. I get like 100-foot roll. I think for like what, $30?
Dude, I got like 4 of those.
That's a big one.
This is a big one, right? What is this?
I can't see.
$89. 250 feet.
Yeah, I thought so. Look at
this should be fun with this.
Yeah, look at 100-foot. I think it's about $40. No,
71. Wow.
Man, maybe
everything's good going up in price. It's $30 for 50 feet. Oh man, you'll need at least.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'll just usually get the 50 because usually it's for an extra set of speaker cables for when I'm reviewing something. I can leave my stuff kind of connected.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's probably what it was.
Later, Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now we
super chat.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I think that's probably like the easiest or most like bang for your buck quality, probably. If you wanted to get a little crazy, we could do this. Here.
A little cray.
Let's see. What is Klipsch? We'll go for some Klipsch.
I mean, if you're in a major city, also check out Craigslist and see if somebody's selling a complete system. What you probably want to do is get them all, matched. You don't want to get 2 speakers from this company, and then that's probably not the best way to go.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Who's that? So who did the super chat? What was the name?
That was
Power Guy Mark. Okay, so Mark. Klipsch Theater Pack, $349. You get 2 of these suckers. All right. So I'll give you 10 speakers, 2 subwoofers. You probably won't use the second center channel, but that's okay. All right. So then we go Denon. Oh, stupid PC. Denon X3700H. Then you get one of these guys. $1,600. Jesus.
You're showing me the tube ones.
Yeah, you kind of blew his budget there, buddy.
Well, hey, I'm saying if you want to get crazy for like $2,300, you can have a 5.1.4 setup. So for a little bit more, so you see the first thing was around $1,600. Now we're like, okay, you want to stretch the budget a little bit and get and they're all timbre match, right? It's all same speakers.
Yeah.
Right. You get 2 subwoofers. I don't know how good they're going to be, but it'll do until you want to upgrade to some SVS. But those little satellites should be fine. But yeah. There's another option for you. Another option. A little bit more, but hey, it's good to have options. That's what my wife always says. I need to have options. How many shoes are we bringing on this trip?
Did she tell that to you?
To me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You're like, my wife always tells me she's got to have options.
Yeah. So like when we're going somewhere,
good, man. Oh, okay.
We're going somewhere, and she's like, "I need a suitcase for shoes." I'm like, "What do you mean?
Okay.
We're going to be gone for 2 days."
I thought
she's like, I need like 6 different pairs of shoes. No,
I was like,
she need options.
I know.
Why does she want some dirty hamburger when she's got prime rib at home?
Oh, by the way, for the folks who are listening to this, you can listen to an audio only version of this podcast. If you're on a long trip and you shouldn't be watching on your phone. I hope you guys aren't doing that. But yeah, you can just listen to the audio only version of these podcasts at anchor.fm/daily HiFi.
Yes, and don't forget, if you're listening to it on your sound system, make sure upmix that to Oro.
Yeah. You know what's cool about these? I don't know if you guys listen to podcasts, but a lot of them have that thing where you can play it at multiple speeds. You can do that on YouTube too. But a lot of them have that part where it cuts out the silence. So right now I'm silent. It will just cut that out, and it will just.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I think somebody's got a gate. You have a gate on.
No, are you saying it skips forward?
It just skips to it skips the silence. So anytime there's silence, it takes it out. So it's another reason.
Yeah, pretty well.
Not that there's a lot of silence here. There's always something going on.
Yep.
But yeah, you guys, we're gonna take some calls too.
All right, cool.
Take some calls today. But if you guys have any questions, super chat is appreciated. Any ones you guys see here? There's a starred one. Oh, that's
I'm looking. I hadn't seen a whole lot.
Who gets the Voice of God channel, Joe or Chana?
That's funny.
Let's be
But yeah, you know, and before these like all these prices on AVRs went up, that Denon 3700H was like $1,200.
Mhm.
So like that with two, surprisingly, this Klipsch theater pack is still the same price, $349. That has not gone up in price, so that's a good thing. But yeah, two of those was $700 plus $1,200. So we're at that like, you know, $2,000 limit or budget or whatever. But yeah, it's always good to stretch the budget a little bit, but just a little bit. It's not like I'm gonna go looking for a $1,600 AV receiver and then all of a sudden be like, oh well, this $3,000 one's got the same features.
Didn't you add $1,000?
Hey, they coming, they after you.
Is that Rolex, man? You didn't buy it.
They're after you, Rolly.
He didn't stole it.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Mike?
Oh, I don't know.
No, shit.
Oh, you stretched the budget about $1,000 though, right?
For what?
For that last package.
No, only 300.
Because you had two of them at $350, right?
Yeah,
That's
700 plus 1,600 is 2,300.
Okay.
I mean, plus taxes. So let's say probably like $500.
Okay.
You know, nothing a good credit card can fix.
That one of them NFTs, man. Okay.
Oh God, all those things just took a big nosedive like 2-3 weeks ago.
Kind of like Chris Rock did today.
Oh,
I knew you were gonna bring it up. You had to.
Somebody's gonna bring up the slap heard around the world.
Awkward.
Man, that thing was blowing up on TikTok. That was some funny stuff though.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at TikTok
Oh my
yet.
gosh.
I would imagine it's hilarious. But yeah, the memes started to get old after like noon. Like there were just so many.
It was killing it.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. But
yeah, I told you guys in the chat earlier that I met Will Smith. Like back in the day, he was still Fresh Prince.
Mhm.
He was just playing basketball at the park. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Can you sell me my basketball? Then he slapped me. No. Nah. He was cool. He was cool. I don't know. I don't know if that was the right thing to do. I don't know.
that's funny.
I felt kind of weird about that whole situation. I told you guys I think it would have been better if you just would have like went up to him and said like, "Hey, apologize to my wife right now, or else I'm gonna smack you."
Yeah.
You know, he probably would have apologized, and then that would have been it. And he could have sat back down and been a little bit awkward, but that's it.
Yeah.
But he made it super awkward with the yelling afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when you knew like this wasn't a skit. This wasn't part of the thing, right?
I heard that. I was like, oh yeah, he's legit. Because when he first hit him and then he turned around, he was snickering. Like that was good.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, no, I did see that. Like, was he smiling? Like,
I was
or
like,
maybe he's just like, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah.
Did I just do that? Oh man.
He's probably thinking, yeah, Jada's gonna hook me up tonight.
That was weird.
Hey,
I don't like that stuff. Like I like to watch like fighting. I like to watch UFC where both of the guys are ready.
When they know it's a fight.
You know what I mean? Like they're both dude's like right here. He got his hands behind his back, and then like all of a sudden, I didn't like that.
No.
Anyway, what does that have to do with audio and video? Nothing. But that's what we do. It has to do with home theater.
We watch that stuff. We watch these actors.
You should have.
I mean, it's all about movies, right? Have you guys seen King Richard? Spoiler alert, Will Smith won for Best Actor.
I heard it was excellent.
I haven't watched it yet.
Really
I got it a while back, but I haven't watched it yet. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually kind of hard to like watch movies. Oh, did you guys see this new? Like, I thought it was gonna be complete garbage. This Halo, this first episode of the Halo.
That's
like
series.
Oh, you don't have Paramount Plus?
Is that what it's called? Paramount?
Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have the Paramount Plus app streaming on there. I thought it was gonna be garbage, but damn. That's actually good. I was very surprised. I was pleasantly surprised. Like they definitely poured out some money on the budget for that one.
Yeah.
So
somebody said when Master Chief came out, there was like they got chill bumps.
Oh, dude, it was crazy.
Pretty tight.
And then my wife is like, "Is this in the story?" I'm like, "No, they're just making this shit up. There was no movie. They're just making this. Whatever this is happening. They're just making it all up, which is fine with me. I'm totally cool. It's just a video game, you know." But yeah, I was very surprised. So that was cool. Just saw that I think over the weekend too.
All right, and also if you guys want to call in with some questions, I think we're set up. We'll see. We'll try it out. We haven't done this in a while.
Give us.
But we're gonna try to keep it to an hour. Last time, what did we do? Like an hour and a half?
A half, yeah. Even my wife was like, "Are you gonna be gone forever now?"
Yeah. So we'll try to keep this one at an hour. So go ahead and call, ask your question, and let's make it happen. There's a number right there. 818-237-3030.
Oh, and then Snoots. To answer your question from last week, am I gonna buy the TV? So I put in an order for the TV, even though I said I didn't want to buy the damn TV. So the LG C2 55-inch Evo is on their way from Value Electronics. He's the only one. Robert Zone is the only one that has these TVs, and he's had them for like 3 weeks now. It's the only one. We're the only place you can buy one. So yeah, he's gonna send me a 55-inch. I gotta buy it. And I have an idea for a great video. It will be the ultimate Dolby Atmos gaming cave. Oh yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait.
Super chat
from UK Spawn 666. Looking at Mission ZX5. Bring them up on screen. Let me know what you think. Do you know of any newer Mission speakers? Mission.
I'm not familiar with Mission.
I think Mission. I think they have the same parent company as Wharfdale, maybe.
Okay.
I haven't really seen too many here in the US, but I think maybe I might be wrong. I might be mixing that up with Quad. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at the white ones. Oh, with the white drivers. That was kind of sexy, dude.
What's that voice? That's like a pervy voice.
Wow. Okay. These look great. Okay.
Let me see. I'm gonna look these up too.
You guys see it? You guys see it?
GX5, yeah.
Who designs these? That's what I want to know.
Mission incorporates purpose-designed bass driver cones, precision engineering motor system, advanced treble units, and more.
I don't think I've ever heard of them.
Let's see. Bass reflex 3-way. So we've got 2 6.5-inch bass drivers, 2 5.25-inch mid ramps, and a 1.5-inch ring dome. 91 dB sensitive. That's good. 4 ohm. Yummy. 36, Joe. Down to 36.
All right.
Not bad. I think you'll probably be able to DSP them down to 5 or something. Oh, hey, these look sexy. Look at this.
They look cool, right?
These little books, these
almost
little
got like
bookshelves.
that paradigm flavor to it.
Kinda, yeah. New cabinet driver system bracing. Okay, all right. Yeah, I like this. I also like this.
The whites look really good.
The whites look good.
I think that's my favorite.
I mean, on paper, it looks pretty good.
Where are they based?
Oh yeah, this is a British company.
UK, right?
Yeah.
That's one.
That's what it said down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like the rounded baffle.
Yeah. Well, they do that for the so there's no like resonation inside, right?
That and there's diffraction that happens when there's a sharp edge, so that a rounded edge makes that just a smoother transition.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Where to buy? Global distributor. Yeah, it's all. I don't see any over here.
Okay.
That's why we don't know about them. They're not sold over here.
Yeah, so he's saying UK Spawn is saying he's in the UK. Duh, it's in the name. Derp. I just read that. When I said it out loud, I'm like, why did that sound so stupid? I'm like, oh, right, because it's in his name. Okay. Not much about online reviews on them. Yeah, if something is only available in one part of the world, it's gonna be, and it's not the one we live in, it's gonna be harder for us to get our hands on that kind of stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, I've seen some UK guys though.
Yeah, there's some UK
doing reviews.
Oh, look, Ripe Wave Audio. Hey, and congratulations to John. He just uploaded his 100th video to YouTube.
Oh yeah, dude.
Ripe Wave Audio. Make sure you check out his channel.
Yeah, he does a lot of good comparisons between the
Yes,
AVRs.
very in depth with the most amazing charts. Like, dude, John, how long do you stay up making these damn charts, bro? Because that shit, I'm just like, damn, another one? Like, damn, this is all detailed. Like, I wish I had the time to do that. Anyway, congratulations.
Let's see. Bring that back up.
Oh, someone did ask, how many years behind are those Panasonic professional OLED TVs? Byron asks. So basically, Panasonic OLED, Panasonic stopped selling TVs in the United States and strictly was for other parts of the world, even though like Canada's one of them. Like, really? We can't just cross the border? Just, okay. Anyway, so they were doing a special deal with Robert Zone out of Value Electronics where you can get the modded Panasonic professional OLED TVs. So it's they take the Panasonic OLED TVs and do whatever trickery they do, and you get one of the display monitors that Hollywood uses for like the colorists and people doing like Dolby Vision and actually creating the content. You can get, I mean, it was not cheap. It was not cheap, and I think he was limited to like 150, 200, something like that, and they were gone like in a month. But to answer your question, Byron, they're going to be a few years behind as far as any kind of new processing, any kind of new what is it, VRR, or like any kind of gaming features. Not necessary for that. Those TVs are literally for like picture quality on steroids kind of thing, where it doesn't matter. All the other features don't really matter. Like, they're made for like people creating content, so I'd be surprised if they put out anything new that had like a whole bunch of features, except for they're selling in Europe and Canada, Australia, but they're going to be behind, I think, at least by like 2 years, something like that. But who knows? Sony finally just released their VRR updates for all these TVs. And you know what? And then finally, there's rumors that the PS5 is finally getting VRR update. So I mean, I guess
will it work though?
Yeah, it's the question.
Sometimes they say, "Yeah, we updated this." It's like, oh yeah, it's working.
I mean, FOMO put out a video about the Sony update. I don't have any Sony TVs in here anymore. I had to return them. So he did it, but I think in his video he said like the resolution suffers a little bit, so it doesn't look as nice or something like that. So yeah, that's one of those things.
Simeon says, "Yo Joe, how's the mini DSP Flex?" The thing is pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's really cool. So for those who don't know, it's basically like a mini DSP 2x4 HD. So it allows you to do, DSP, and you're still gonna need a mic and all that. But you put all the settings into this mini DSP Flex. The main difference between this and the 2x4 HD is that it has like an interface, right? It has a screen, and so yeah, it's something that you're gonna interact with. It has a remote, it has Bluetooth. It has optical input, analog. You can plug it in directly to your computer. So I think it's really cool for that. You're still going to need an amplifier. They have a more expensive version, I think, called the SHD. And so mini DSP has a lot of different ones, but this is kind of in between. It does some of the stuff that the SHD can do, but it can also, it does. It's basically a 2x4 HD on steroids. You can also upgrade it so that it has Dirac, right? And so that's pretty cool. I think it's $200, I want to say. But yeah, it's cool. I still need to do a review. I just have so much stuff that that's in the queue. But yeah, I got a meeting with Dirac, in-person meeting.
Oh, snap.
They have something cool. Of course, I can't talk about anything that they tell me, but
I know what it is.
You don't know.
I know what it is. I have a feeling I know what it is.
I can't confirm or deny, but go
just
for it.
Say a warm or cold, okay?
No, I can't say anything.
Since we're just
flex the watch.
Flex the
I'm telling-
watch.
you know how Dirac has that. You get the Dirac, and then you get the Dirac Live with bass control or bass management. Is that what it is? Or bass control? There's going to be a third tier. Joe's Magic Beans settings via Dirac Live with bass control and a watch.
And that's funny. You guys keep talking about watches. I have like glasses, you know. Nobody's saying nothing about the glasses.
We're getting right? a very grown up Joe today. We are getting, you know. Did you just have a birthday? Did you cross the 50-year-old mark? What's happening? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Hey, I'm 40, so
I mean, what's going on?
I figure I might as well be a grown up once in a while.
He's sporting his button up, you know.
Once in a while.
Very professional.
Yeah.
Joe professional.
Yeah. You know, a lot of times, like, especially because we're not going out as much, there's no reason to really dress up. I don't know if you guys feel that way.
Yeah.
Dude,
I know.
Why should I dress up? I'm not going to go anywhere.
We went out last night with some friends to a place called Texas Cattle Company.
Uh-huh.
It was good, dude.
Did you buy some denim? Yeah? What happened?
What's that?
Did you buy some denim? What happened?
Denim.
Yeah, like new denim jacket.
Oh yeah. Did you?
I just dressed up.
Okay.
So yeah, no, it was super good, man. They smoked their like their steaks somehow, because when we were coming in, there was a dude with this big old truck and he's loading up wood outside, and there's a big sign that says, you know, we use like, you know, smoke wood or whatever. So it definitely had the kind of like a smoked hickory kind of flavor. So that was pretty cool. They make your mashed potatoes right there at your table. So they'll bring it out. They bring all the condiments and they flatten your mashed potato and they cut it open and they put all the stuff in there. And
they're making me hungry.
It was different, man. Oh man, it was so good.
I might have to get something delicious after this.
Oh man, it was so good.
Yeah, you get some.
I'm dressed up anyway.
I know you're ready to go. You're ready to go. I mean, I know that you don't go out a whole lot. So I mean, I when I go out and perform, you know, I do my gigs, I always make sure I'm dressed up, and that's the only time I actually wear my watch. Oh, and I called Joe because it freaked me out because I hadn't worn my watch for like so I don't wear it during the week because I'm just at home, right? I don't want to bang it on stuff. And I forgot about the time change, and I was setting up for my DJ set, and I'm like looking at the time on my phone, and you know, I'm on the phone, I'm texting people, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, 20 minutes later, I look at my watch, I'm like, what the heck happened to the time? Like, what's going on? I was so confused. And then finally, I overhear somebody at a table eating with this girl or whatever. He's like, yeah, that time change really messed me up. I'm like, time change. Of course, it's a watch. I got to change the damn time.
That's funny.
So that's the one thing, Joe, about wearing a wristwatch, man. Unless it's a smartwatch, you got to change that time.
You got to change the time. I mean, some of these you got to wind them. You got to
wind them. Oh, dude, and the dates.
You know what I mean?
And the date, right?
All the stuff. It's like kind of old school.
If you got the date on there, you know, and it's what is it, March 31st? Oh no, we're going to a 31st, so we're fine this month. But next month, you got to set the date, set the time again at the beginning of the month.
Old school. It's kind of like using a Blu-ray player. You know what I mean?
You know what?
You know, it's all analog.
I go old school. I use this
pen and paper. Hey,
Mike creates a sundial.
Hey.
He makes this
calendar, baby. I got my own personal calendar on my phone, but I also use that too.
I'm using a fountain pen. That's even more old school. Look at that.
Look at that. Dude, you guys are crazy.
Joe's gonna be dipping in the ink, you know, and doing the feather.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just trying to enjoy stuff more. You know what I mean? So
gotta have fun.
Finding a reason to go out, I think, is it's kind of important. And for the folks who don't know, I've just gotten into watches. And so I'm not going to talk about that here, but it's very addictive, I would say. Very addictive. And
you get
that
one,
and tattoos.
Keep going.
Yep. And also, I think that there's actually a lot of crossover when I look at the demographics. I was watching a YouTube guy. It's kind of fun to watch, YouTube guys who review stuff other than audio, right? Just to see, their take and how they do stuff. But one guy, he showed his demographics. I'm like, yeah, those are exactly like mine. Yeah. Like mostly male, like 90-something% male.
Yeah.
Between the age, 34 to, so it's same demographics. So anybody who's interested in watches, you can hit me up on Instagram or join our after show. We're gonna try something different today with our after show. So yeah,
it's called Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah,
just kidding. That's already a show.
After show.
I'm not that clever.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think it should be fun because it's gonna allow people to kind of like break off and have different conversations. Because a lot of times we're stuck on one conversation, right?
Oral 3D.
Yeah, or whatever it is, whatever somebody wants to talk about, and we want to make sure everybody has something that they want to talk about. But yeah.
I had a question here real quick from one. So have I made any trips down to South Florida for the Florida Home Theater Tour? Not yet. We do have a couple of down there. Some of them are still being built, like Don. He's working on his, but I think I've got about 3 or 4. Google Maps. I'll find out exactly. Maps. Home Theater Tour, Florida. Yeah, we got a few down there.
Oh, this is a good one right here.
Yeah, we sure do.
I'm looking it up right now.
I don't think that's all of them, but here, I'll do this real quick. This will be short and sweet. Share screen. There we go. So yes, there's a few down here.
A cocaine addiction is cheaper by far than any addiction to watches. yes.
That might be true.
Tristan, I believe so.
I got one down here in Miami. So that's going to be way on down there. So this is Dawn's here. The blue means that they're not finished, but these are ready. So the plan is when I do that one, where's it at? Probably right here, Palm Beach. So I'll drop Jessica off somewhere here. She'll just chill at the beach in the condo. I'll go do my thing, come back. Probably have to make it I'd say probably 2 or 3 days maybe down there. So yeah, so it'll be coming.
Yeah.
Nice. Charlie B had a question here. Haven't seen options that have both Dirac and Oro 3D. He's talking about AVRs or pre-pros. As far as I know, the audio control XR6 is the cheapest one receiver, and then they go up from there. I think their biggest one is like $9,000, something like that, for their XR9 concert XR9 or whatever, something 9.
Yeah,
something 9.
HTP one also.
Oh, HTP one for $3,000. Or is it 3,500?
Maybe 4,000. I think it's around like 3,999.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, they have Dirac and Oro. Let's see.
So Joe Bruce says watches are pointless.
Oh,
that's only if they don't have
shots
hands.
fired.
That's only if they don't have hands.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pointless.
I get it.
Pointless.
Yeah, they are.
Joe and I were talking about it's like jewelry.
It's just men's jewelry. If you want to be honest about it, it's just
be classy. You want to be stylish and profiling.
That's it. It's men's jewelry. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you think it's a replacement for, anything, your phone, everything else does a better job. Everybody knows that. So yeah. I think it's just you have to be honest about what it is, and if you care about it, then cool. If you don't, then that's cool too.
Yeah.
You don't have to dress up. You don't have to do any of that stuff.
I will say this though, when I'm setting up for my regular DJ gig weekly or like doing a wedding or something like that, having a timepiece where I could just go whoop. Oh yeah, there's a time and I'm on a schedule and I got a lot of things to do. 100% I'm wearing a watch. Majority of the rest of the time, no, not really. And you know what's funny is that, I got that Hermes version of the Apple Watch 5 or whatever, which was like $1,500. People are like, dude, you spent $1,500 on a watch? I'm like, dude, that's chump change, bro. Have you seen like what watches cost? And I thought it was kind of weird because like almost every server and busser in Mammoth Lakes, California has a damn Apple Watch. I'm like, dude, I don't even have one of those. Like, how are you running around here wearing one of those things? Doesn't make sense. But
yeah, no,
whatever.
It definitely doesn't. I mean, I can justify it for other reasons, but again, this is not about watches.
I mean, do we need all these speakers? Honestly, do we?
I mean,
do we need a Michael? Do we need a 150-inch screen in
you
the
need
house?
a home theater.
Do we need home? No, we don't need any.
It's nice to have though.
Yeah,
I like having it. I can watch on my phone, but I'd rather watch in the home theater. Don't make me sell you guys on this. So you will see some sponsored stuff on my channel because I've been posting, some of the new watches that I got, and some companies already reaching out like, hey,
Nice.
Yeah, so I already got some stuff that's been sent to me, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of watches in his unboxing videos. But like he's unboxing speakers, but you'll see the watch all up in there.
Yeah. You need to review.
Any excuse to get a close up of his wrist.
You need to review. What was the ones that had the little calculator on it? Remember how
the Casio?
Yeah, dude, I had one of those back in the day.
Oh,
those are awesome.
Did they call them something?
I don't know, but a lot of times I remember for math they wouldn't let you have it. Like if you have a calculator watch, you can't use that.
That's fine.
Like, you can't bring it to class on that day. Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, so gotta start wearing ties so you have an excuse to do this or what? Like, what are you doing? Oh yeah, showing off my watch. But yeah, there is something kind of interesting that maybe relates to audio, or we can kind of see if it relates. But do you guys know what Omega Speedmaster is? So Omega Speedmaster, they have one called the Moonwatch. And
dude, did they let it go yet or what? Are they all sold out?
I don't think so. So the Moonwatch, it's what Buzz Aldrin was wearing when he went to the moon, right? So the watch that went to the moon, and supposedly, I don't know how true it is. Look, I'm new to this, so I don't know anything. But supposedly he, some of the instrumentation wasn't working on the way back, and he needed to use kind of the stopwatch because kind of like a chronograph type of deal.
Right.
So yeah, they were able to use that anyway. The point is that's kind of like one of their most popular watches from Omega, but it's like 7 Gs, something like that, 5, 6, 7 Gs, something like that. So not super expensive relative to some other stuff. I mean, it's still expensive if you ask me, but anyway, 7,000 Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch, right? Their parent company is Swatch, and Swatch is known for making very inexpensive, like plastic watches, like quartz, very cheap, inexpensive watches. And they just did a collaboration, Omega, and you'll see, if you type in Omega X Swatch, they did a collaboration called the Moonswatch.
I don't know why I'm not sharing my screen because I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, there you go. The Moonswatch, right? And it looks, I mean, the dimensions, everything about it is the same as that $7,000 Speedmaster, except this one is made out of what they call bioceramic. Sounds like plastic to me, but bioceramic. And it's it's not mechanical. So the folks who are into watches, a lot of times they want a mechanical watch, meaning it doesn't have a battery. That's why you have to wind it. There's a spring and all this weird stuff that happens in there. It runs on a battery, but it's $260, right?
Hey, dude, look at this. Oops, something went wrong. Their website's just crashing. Yeah.
So people are going nuts over this thing. It's $260. Anthony's right. Anthony's a watch guy. He said the Omega Swatch, Moonswatch, is selling for $4,000 on eBay
right now. Oh no, you mean the original one?
I saw one for over the price is higher than the original metal, stainless steel.
Oh yeah, 10 Gs.
So anyway, the big debate is this a good move for like a higher end brand like that to partner and do like a lower cost product? I had this conversation with somebody else earlier today. Like, would that be something that might be good for B&W to do? Like, we're going to do the same style, but it's not going to be that good, because the thing is that young folks were kind of getting into this because $260 is more affordable, right? Different colors. It's fun. You should see these lines.
Yeah, here. Look at
Like
this color.
way crazier. You should see the lines are crazier than any like Apple Watch release. You wouldn't believe it. Like they had to have like police. It's crazy. So anyway, the question was more so like, I wonder if any higher end audio companies can do something like this. What's that speaker you just reviewed recently, Michael?
Which one?
The Super Sonus Faber, right?
Sonus Faber. Mm-hmm.
What if they could do some kind of collab, or Macintosh could do some type of collab where you get some aspects of that, but it's not it, you know? Like you can get something that's similar, but it's not the real thing. I don't know.
There you go.
I'm not buying.
There's the winner. Who's on the mission to Uranus?
Yep, there it is. So anyway, just I thought it was an interesting kind of like a thought as to whether this can be applied, this strategy can be applied to audio, because you know
that sounds like a one-way trip, Chana.
Oh, love it, Mike. Looks
Super
cool.
chat.
Thank you for the super chat, Boy Genius. Let me get this up on screen. Anthem AVM 90. Why not? Well, that's a good question. I think for me, I think it would probably be price. Get the out of here with this nonsense.
Now, with the Anthem, is that the brand that allow you to kind of upgrade it with firmware, or am I thinking of like Trinov? I didn't know if they do the same thing with their processors.
Trinov does with their processors. I'm not sure what Anthem does as far as updates.
Right, like updating the HDMI board and things like that.
I don't think they do that. So $7,500. That's a lot of dough.
It is.
I think is this the 15 channel? I mean, let's all just take a minute here and be thankful for the fact that we're on the internet talking about some $7,000 pre-pro.
Yeah.
Be like,
that's crazy.
We are all very blessed to be doing this. When you're talking that kind of money, man, I'm like, this shit better have everything I want. HDMI 2.1, 15.4 channel. This is what everybody's saying. Yeah. Anthem will be board swapped for HDMI 2.1. Okay. Yeah, $7,500. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know, man. When it comes to like stuff that's expensive, it's funny. It's like the stuff that we review. I expect a lot out of it. Like there's a specific thing that it needs to do, right? It better hit all these check marks. Yeah. I don't know. I've never reviewed any of those, so I can't speak.
I've tried to get one. I wanted to get the middle one. I think that AV 70?
70, yeah.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm over here trying to send Joe the old one, the MRX 720. I'm like, yo, so check out what Anthem Room Correction Arc Genesis is, and he's like, dude, I don't have time for that, bro.
I don't. There's so many stuff.
Like I got the silly, dude. I've got 3 AVRs and a pre-pro sitting right here, just ready to be shot, like me shoot footage, not ready to be shot. Yeah. But yeah, $7,500 for something that doesn't have. I'm one of those people. I want to have everything. If I'm paying over $6,000 for a pre-pro, dude, it's got to have Oro 3D in there as well. Like, there's no reason it can't.
That's probably why like Denon and Marantz are so popular, is because you kind of
get all of them. You get all 4 of them.
Onkyo used to be that way a long time ago. They were like the leaders, because you got an affordable AVR. And it just had like everything, But,
yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest, like, yeah, you don't really need that. If you have a large, this is also 15 channels. You want to run 9.2.6. Like, damn, you got to have a big room. Like, I when people are like, oh, I have 1 row of seating, and they're going with 6 high channels, like 6 high channels.
Yeah.
Why on earth would you be doing that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, perfect example is like I could probably do it all here in the studio, but it'll just be 1 chair. It'll just be for me. So like that kind of money for 15 channels, not really worth it, which is why when Dream Media is like, oh yeah, which, Marantz pre-pro do you want? Do you want the 13 channel one or the bigger one, the 16 channel? I was like, no, just give me the 77006. It's going to go upstairs with all the amplifiers.
Yeah.
I only have room for 10 speakers. There's no reason. So unless you really need 15 speakers, I'd say save your money until something better comes along. Or you just buy something else, buy a watch or some shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about these other ones, but Denon and Marantz, they kind of do those incremental upgrades, right?
Yes.
Kind of like Porsche does, and you know, some of these brands where you look at it like, it looks pretty much the same as last year's, like, you know, and watch guys too.
Oh, for
right?
the most part. For the most part, yeah.
Like the one from the 70s looks pretty much the same as the new one.
Yeah, yeah.
And
TVs are like that too.
The good thing,
tiny
though,
little upgrade, yeah.
The good thing though is I think that they're pretty like stable. I haven't had crazy issues with my Denon and Marantz. Aside from, you know, I'm not gonna talk about HDMI stuff, right?
No.
But for the most part, as far as functionality, it just works.
It just works, yeah.
It just, you know, it does exactly what I need it to do. It's consistent, and that's it. And so that's one thing I can say about Denon and Marantz, that I'm not so sure that other ones are like that. I have the NAD T778, and that thing does some, you know, some stuff once in a while. You're like, what the heck? I gotta unplug it and replug it in.
Like,
it sounds like my Vizio TV.
You know, yes. You know what I mean, though, right? So, what's your experience? Are these other ones as stable?
I've only reviewed probably 2. Well, I had it wasn't a processor. I mean, I did the RMX 1120 long time ago. That was stable. That was nice. That was from Anthem.
Oh, yeah, the Anthem. Yeah, I have the 720. It's a great performer.
Yeah.
eARC, you know.
Yeah, I had the
weird.
older version. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it can do it. It's just sometimes like it's not as stable, I guess, as some of the like more mainstream. But I mean, Anthem room correction for me was, you know, much better than Odyssey. Not Joe's Magic Beans Odyssey, but like standard Odyssey. And then you know, so I'm kind of torn. I'm like, do I run the Anthem in here, or do I bring the Pioneer down and run Dirac in here?
Yeah,
you know, so
that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do that, and then we'll do Magic Beans on your main Focal system.
Yeah, with the
get a rocket.
The pre-pro, yeah.
Get that mini DSP and let's make it happen.
I don't know.
That. We got some super chats too.
Johnny, you got 4-starred things over here in 3 minutes.
Thank you. All right. Which one is the first one? Spillage Village. What are you guys' thoughts of the Monoprice M 212? Well, Michael had the big ones, right?
Yeah, I had the 215s, man. Yeah, Hobie said he was going to be making some smaller ones. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Are you going to get them?
I haven't. They're not on the list right now. I don't have a whole, man. I'm so focused on the home theater tours and some other things.
And the M-Wave.
And so I've backed off a little bit on getting.
So let's just compare what we've got in front of us, since you know we all shop online. $1,800.
So I would rock the dual 10s just because they seem like they would fit in the same spot as a single 10 that I have.
Yeah, right.
It's just vertical, and I don't mind just like, you know, it fits.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, we got 1,000-watt amplifier, dual 12s, THX certified. Okay. What else we got here? Where's this?
Hit that full specs tab up there.
Full specs tab. Oh,
so here's a quick thing that I noticed. I think I did a comparison, the dual 12s versus the single THX 13 and the 16, and the interesting thing was that those single ones that I just mentioned, the 13 and the 16, they go deeper, meaning like I think it was like 16 hertz, maybe even lower, 12 point. I don't know, one of the lower frequencies, like pretty low. It played those frequencies louder than the dual 12s or the dual 10s. But everywhere above that, above 20 hertz, the dual drivers were louder, put out more SPL than the 13 or the 16.
And I mean, isn't that just kind of the way things go, right? You have a smaller woofer, it's going to be faster. It's, you know, but it's not going to go as low. Like, doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, but I kind of just thought, you know, more surface area, larger enclosure, that it would win, you know, hands down. But the other ones were actually playing a little deeper. I don't know. It's an observation.
Well, I mean, well, actually, that makes sense. If the other ones, the singles that are larger drivers, are gonna, go lower. But the duals, if you have to move a lot of air, that's where it's at. If your room is big and you have a lot of air to move, I think it would really be dependent on your room. I mean, these say 20 to 200.
And the other ones are actually, they have more power, I think.
Yeah, I mean, right? This is only 1,000 watts.
Yeah,
but it's for two speakers, right?
They were massive. So I didn't even get the chance to check out the 16. I checked out the 13. Michael, you checked out the 13. That thing was, I didn't like the size of that thing. It's like unmanageable.
It's kind of like a PB16 in a way. I mean, it's just a big box, man. And then
all right, I'm on SVS's site here. What are they have?
That's the dual 12. They have a dual 10 also that's less expensive.
Right. Okay. So PB 3000, is that the same price?
No.
3000.
That's a 12-inch.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So here we go. So we have $17.99 for dual 12s, right? Stop screen, share screen. Let's go to SVS. SVS PB 3000 is $15.99. So I think this is going to be the closest competitor, right? Where's it? Specs thing. Learn that from Mike. Click on specs, Chana.
That's all right, man.
Be a lot easier. Going down to 16 in standard mode, 18 in sealed mode. So a little bit less, not like you can physically hear that kind of stuff. 6,000 watt, 600 watt amplifier. I think
that'd be big. 6,000 watts in. Bigger than my JTR. That's crazy.
Watts. 2,500 watts. 800 continuous. 800 continuous. 2,500 watts peak.
Who even looks at?
Come on, I think if I were to just guess that Monolith is going to outperform a single one of these.
I mean, so.
That's easily. So that's what Monolith's known for, though, right? Value, like you get, the bang for the buck is ridiculous. They don't have that SVS app,
super fancy.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. SB 4000. So sealed.
There we go.
Is the same price. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the exact same price, $17.99. If we get to the what is it? I wonder what the price on the PB 4000 is. Damn, $500 more.
Huh? Wow.
Damn. You know what?
It used to be 25.
What are you looking at? Okay.
Can you see it on screen? Fine. Yeah, you can see it. That's wow. Just to go from sealed to ported. Oh, I guess they probably have more materials with this box. It's a lot bigger, right?
It's always been that way.
When
I reviewed it, I had the the SB16s, and they were 2,000 at the time. This is like 2 years ago, and then 2,500 for the PB16s.
Oh wow, yeah, because they have a lot more materials they got to put in that thing, right? And then I maybe they also factor like shipping into the cost of the subwoofer, because these things are not like small and light.
And they don't they do like free shipping, or free returns, like if you have to return it.
Yeah, so they got 45-day in-home like trial.
You pay for the shipping though.
Oh, you do?
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You pay for the shipping.
I was going to say, if they have to pay for shipping there and back.
Yeah, they're going to be eating a lot of money that way. They'll pay the shipping on the way there if it's free shipping, but then you got to pay for it on the way back.
Let's knock out these questions real quick, because we're almost out of time. Oh, we're over already, but
yeah,
let's go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for the super chat. We got 5 pounds. Yeah. Just got 2 Croson base actuators. No amp though. What's the best way to power with simultaneous mono sub and left and right inputs? A mixer?
Love how you call it Croson.
Best way to power with simultaneous mono sub. Okay, so you basically
you're talking about he needs some sort of splitter. Is that the situation?
Mini DSP. 2x4 HD, because you're gonna wanna you
have to EQ them usually.
Yeah, you have to EQ those. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I EQ my bass shakers too.
Seems kind of that's basically what these are. So they kind of sit underneath, I think, the feet.
Mm-hmm.
The feet.
So,
yeah, because I think it's like
massage while we watch the movie.
You don't want the higher bass frequencies shaking, and I think it's more like the super low stuff where you want it to shake.
The Crosons are kind of like the Mercedes-Benz of bass actuators. I mean, they're just really nice.
Up and down or something like that. Because I know the other ones.
Let me look here. I'm not super familiar with them.
So the bass shaker I have is just inexpensive one from what is it, Parts Express. And when you open it up, it kind of just looks like a woofer with no cone. It looks like see a coil in there and everything.
Share my screen.
But I think those are different. They're flat. They look like little coasters or something.
They are indeed.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the best ones.
Yeah, these are the Mac Daddies there.
You've experienced that, right?
I've experienced them, yeah. So they sit under like your little legs.
Oh, they
there.
sit underneath the foot of the couch?
Correct. Yeah, you can sit right here. Also, now that's what I didn't know. So this actually moves, like instead of just vibrating, it actually moves up and down. Yeah. So that's what I didn't know.
Is there a weight limitation on this thing? like how many people can you have on there for it to work properly, right? I mean, if it's moving it up and down, that's kind of
if you're heavy.
So they're not cheap though.
You'll need two.
So just two of these is $1,200.
So I should have laughed. This is too funny. That's kind of crazy though. How much are these? $1,152 for a pair.
$1,200 for a pair. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
and you would need at least four, two of these, right?
You can get away with two per chair, but of course, it'd be best to have four.
One under each foot of the chair, right?
But you can do two on there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
what's the best way to power those with simultaneous mono sub? I assume that the sub is powered, right? And left and right inputs, a mixer. Yeah, I think mini DSP is probably what you want. A mixer is more for right. Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah.
I think that should answer your question.
Yeah.
If not,
And that would give you control of being able, like Joe said, you're able to EQ that. So you're getting a really flat. I mean, it's matching what you're hearing in the room.
You see the price you got them for?
What's that?
2 for $170.
Oh, killer deal. That is a youth deal, man. You made me proud, dude.
That's a youth man deal.
I wish I could get some that cheap.
Yeah, that's a sweet deal.
Yeah.
All
Victor Boyd, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on 5.1 in ceiling? Home was purchased, is pre-wired, and the wife prefers this setup. Or would a hybrid LCR ear level and rear in ceiling sound okay?
Yes.
They do that all in Florida, don't they, Mike?
I've seen them do it in Florida, and it sucks. Here's the reality. If you have your LCR in your ceiling, that sound typically, I know we have angled tweeters, but the reality is what you're seeing on your TV or on your projection screen is not coming from your ceiling. It should be coming from the front. So having it up there just always sounds weird. We did this parade of homes one time, and really high-end homes, and they had a theater room, and you walk in and they've got all in ceiling, and I'm like, yikes, man. They gave us a little demo, and I was like,
you're like, why did you do this?
It doesn't make sense when you hear voices. I mean, think about it. Your center channel has a lot of dialogue. So you're watching your TV straight in front of you, but you're hearing the center channel from the top middle. It's just not natural. So if you can do the LCR up front, even if it's in walls, that would be a much better sound than having in ceiling speakers.
What about these guys?
If you want to do them, like I said, you can, but it's not the fact of where they're angled, it's where they're coming from.
So what you're talking about is where are you perceiving the sound coming from?
That is correct.
Like our perception of it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I 100% agree. If you can repurpose whatever is close to you for in ceiling Atmos, go for it. But otherwise, I would go
And so your surrounds, I think you can definitely get away with that if you have to. I'd rather have ear level surrounds, but if you need to and you want to go with surrounds for in ceiling, that's okay. Because think about it, our ears face forward, and so we're kind of more in tune to positioning and where stuff's coming from in front of us than we are behind us. So I think you can get away with it back there.
I guess you could mount the TV up there. Just mount the TV and just
put it on the ceiling. Yeah,
all in ceiling. Oh yes, I got my surround sound when I lay down on my bed.
There it is. You got automatic height channels, right?
Okay. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That might work.
Everything is coming from above. We're good.
Yeah, you know what? If your wife just doesn't want to see speakers, I've heard people say they want to keep a clean look. Then if in wall is an option,
that's what I'm saying. Do the in wall and paint them. You can paint them the same color as your
wall,
your front wall, and they'll blend in. And they even have some of them. I don't know who makes them, but they have some of them that actually kind of are part of your drywall. and it uses the drywall to resonate the sound waves. It's kind of weird
I don't know
philosophy.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've seen those too. I don't know.
It's in
The
some high-end
transducers, right?
systems. Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
those
I
are
can't
different.
imagine them sounding great,
Yeah.
but compromise,
you're-
Victor, right? So maybe you don't get to put nice like the speakers that you want, but maybe you get to put some in wall on the front, keep it looking nice and clean.
And then you can do rears in wall, and then since you have some in ceiling, obviously the front in ceiling you wouldn't want to use for your front ammo. So that's way too far away.
Yeah.
It's way too far away. You can bring it halfway through, but then that means more cutting holes and stuff. So if you're okay with it, I'm sure someone could do it.
Tell her that you'll get a micro sub if she'll let you do in wall, front, left, and right, and center. Compromise.
Multiple micro subs.
And get a nice little cute little white sub. It'll match everything.
That's right, man.
You gotta start making subs that look like planters or something, or you could put a plant into
it. Or it's a coffee table. You put something on it that doesn't vibrate so much or something. But yeah, it's those 5.1 in ceilings are pretty hard. So hard to deal with. So the place I work at, like Graveyard, they actually have that in every living room setup. It's a 5.1 like in the ceiling. And every time I walk into a room, I'm like, why on earth did you do this? I'm like, oh, I guess it's convenient. But is it really? I don't know. All right, HiFinest 343. Thank you for the super chat. I'm having an issue getting my Apple TV 4K to handshake with 422 chroma pass through from my Marantz 8805A. Screen went black when I tried. Any suggestions? TV's a 83 inch A90J. Damn, bro.
Smaller.
Woo! Damn.
All right.
First question would be like,
30Gs
what
or
about what cables are you running? Like,
that's
are they
that's my first.
Yeah.
And then did you have the did you have your Marantz upgraded, the HDMI board upgraded? Was there some sort of problem in the upgrade? Who knows?
Do they have to do anything with that that enhance, like that setting? Is there
that for 422 probably not. As long as it's on 4K enhanced, it should work.
Yeah.
I don't think you need 8K enhanced turned on for that.
Here's one thing I'd recommend for you, HiFinest. Take the HDMI cable that is going out of your Marantz and plug it straight into your Apple TV and see if you get it there. So if there's no issues there, then there's something. I mean, it kind of points me to the Marantz, not the cable. Because if the cable was the issue, then it should be glitchy or black when you're going straight from the Apple TV to your display, your TV. So
that's a good tip. Try to eliminate.
Yeah.
Process of elimination.
Find out where the source is, and usually if you just change one thing at a time, you can backtrack it to where, okay, when I do this, that's when it breaks down, and that kind of will point you in the right direction.
So try
enhance mode.
Just make sure the Apple TV 4K works 422 to the TV directly.
Yeah,
and then go from there and be like, okay, it's not that, it's got to be something else.
Because that would be otherwise it'd be what, the cable?
Yeah, he's saying he's got and even though you have a 48 gigabit cable, I mean, I've heard of guys that they buy supposedly HDMI 2.1 cables and they're having issues with them, and then they switch to something else, like I don't know, maybe a Rui Pro or something else, and they're like, problem solved. So it could be a cable issue.
Could be.
Like I said, I would definitely just kind of bypass the Marantz first, and then I don't know how Marantz is on supporting older units.
Wouldn't that be two cables though, right? So you'd have to have two cables, one from Apple TV to your Marantz, another one from the Marantz to your TV.
Correct.
Right? But what I'm saying is, right. Yeah, you'll need it on both of those.
And also the length also. So you have to imagine when you go through the Marantz, your cable length is not just that one piece. It's both pieces. So I don't know. Yeah. Chana probably has the most experience with that. You've done all those tests.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because like the PS5 came with a standard high-speed HDMI cable, and mine failed 30% of the tests, 30% of the times. The Xbox One came with an ultra high speed, but I made a video a little while back. Same cables used on a C9, and an 8805 non-A. Okay. I would imagine it's 10-bit Croissant, 422 10-bit. I'm not sure exactly. One of my Apple TVs just took a dump, so I still have to like install the new one. Yeah. But I'm actually getting some headway in all the cleaning and stuff like that. Snoots says, before I go, are there any good deals on a Panasonic UB9000? Wink, wink. I don't know about that, but I just put this Zapedi in, and I'm using the Zapedi and the Revon. So what did I just take out of my rack? Any?
The
4K player, huh? Yes. Oppo? The Oppo. I'm going to be giving away my Oppo 203 to one of my patrons. So if you're not a patron, sign up for that shit. I only paid $649 for it. So I don't like whatever, you know, I don't need to make triple my money on it. The remote control doesn't work.
That's patron on your channel, not
my patrons on my channel, not the Daily Hi-Fi patron. Yes. I'm going to be giving away my Oppo 203 for my patrons.
Yes,
I think I have like 178 patrons or something. Whoever's in the United States, obviously. But yeah, that's what I decided to do. I'm like, I don't need this Oppo 203. And I still have these fucking other ones here. I got the LG UBK90, the Sony X200 M2, X800 M2, and the Panasonic DUB420, whatever. I got 4K players out the wazoo. I just need to get rid of some of this shit.
Some for you, one for you, one for you, one for you.
You get a 4K player. You get a 4K player. And I'll also be giving away some Kimber cables on my to my patrons as well. I'm actually going through my storage unit and going to be doing a whole bunch of liquidation because I got more DJ equipment coming in, so I need to make some more space. That's awesome. Yeah. So just so
we're up on time. I want to try out this new after show thing. I'm kind of curious to see how it goes. So
let's do it, man.
Let's go. Chana, can you give us a beautiful outro as you always do?
Yeah, of course. Quickly, Byron B says, why are you giving away your Oppo 203? Great player, because the new Revon player is pretty much the same thing in a new case with the company that's doing firmware updates and
business.
And yeah, exactly. My Oppo 203, the remote control doesn't work. It lights up, but if you press the buttons, it doesn't interact with the thing. I mean, I have a, what do you call it? Harmony, but it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. This is the Daily Hi-Fi Podcast. We do this every Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Did you hear they're gonna like vote to take away this silliness?
Yes.
The time change. Yeah. So it'll just be Pacific time.
Yes.
Not Pacific Daylight Time or Pacific Standard. Pacific time.
There it is.
So 4 p.m. Pacific. On the Daily Hi-Fi YouTube channel. So if you are watching on the replay and you are not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe up and hit the notification so you can come to the live show and have all the fun. And of course, we are about to end this and go into the after party. If you guys want access to the video chat, the live video chat, patreon.com/Daily Hi-Fi. Become a patron of the Daily Hi-Fi Patreon, and you will have access to the video show that we are about, the video party, after party. Party. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see you guys. We'll see all the patrons in just a few minutes. Everyone else, we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for hanging out.